going to put that out there. Like a shitty Starbucks with moldy coffee, old, full of sugar. It's literally like diabetes for breakfast. So I feel like I deserve at least 24% of what you guys pay those people. What else? What else? My listing under contract passed the FHA. Nicely done. 2 appointments booked from the last week. That's what I'm talking about, Chet. That's what I'm talking about. 2 appointments booked from the open house. Y'all, we don't make money if we can't get appointments. If we can't even book appointments with people that we meet in person, let me tell you, it's not going to happen if you're not able to book appointments with people you meet in person. It's going to be harder to book appointments with people you don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, just saying. Love it, Chet. Love it, love it, love it. Following the open house frameworks. Amazing. Took 2 days off and you didn't feel guilty? Oh, gosh. I hate when you make so much money you can take time off and not feel guilty. Working on scripts, setting appointments, 3 scheduled between yesterday and today. I love it. 45 minutes of cardio, great pace. Reset and refocus from vacay. 2 listings going live tomorrow. First seller transaction at 9.25. Let's go, let's go. Y'all, markets are slow. They're not dead. Markets are slow. They're not dead. And some people aren't even slow. My old mentor, I've been playing in the MLS the last couple of days. She listed a $69 million house. $69 million house, like right next to a dude that used to own Microsoft. What's that skinny little nerdy guy's name? Yeah, Bill Gates. So markets aren't dead, they're just slow. And the question is are you proportionately slow compared to your market? And if are, then today's conversation is probably going to be a big wake-up call. Probably not going to like me. It's probably going to be a kick in the butt. And let's get into it. So if you want the slides and the workbook that goes along with it, this is our best attempt at technology since Cody's not around. Love it, Edwin, working on scripts, made calls yesterday. Oops, no, ignore that one. Ignore that one. Let's delete that. Click this link here. And hopefully you'll get the Google Drive that you can open and Jamlet and follow along with the slide deck. But let's get started. And there'll be time at the end as well for some Q&A, I think. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. So as you guys know, I have a belief that all conversion happens in great conversation. But here's the thing. Be real in the chat. How many of you guys don't have enough conversations a day because of whatever reason? Don't care of the reason. How many of you are not having enough conversations per day? Right? This could be trouble. All right, let's see what happens here. You guys shouldn't listen to me because I told you to and you paid me money. You guys should listen to me because I've done what you've done, what you want. And I've been in your shoes and I've been in your position. I sold $250 million and I prospect all the time, right? And I go through the same pains that you guys go through, the same fears, the same struggles. And here's the truth. Today's not about motivation. It's about an identity reconstruction, right? It's not about motivation. It's not about inspiration. It's not about tactics. It's about shifting the most powerful lever in your business. And guess what that is? Your identity. The truth is that you're never going to rise to where your goals are. You're going to fall to the level of your systems, to your self-belief, to the story you tell yourself about yourself. So, quick show of hands. How many of you guys have ever set a big goal? And how many of you have watched it die slowly or rapidly? Why'd it die? Why'd it die? because the systems didn't give you the confidence to back it up. Right? We talk about 2, 4, 5. Some of you guys forget that there's a 3 in between 2, 4, and 5. Right? So you don't build the systems. You don't have the presentations. You don't have the presentation skills. You don't have the phone skills. So you're waiting to get perfect. Right? We're waiting to become perfect. And what happens when we're waiting? The world's passing us by. Other people are out there doing what you can do, because we don't rise to our goals. We fall to our systems and our self-image. You have a belief about yourself that you tell yourself. You guys want the links in the chat, or you could scan this QR code. You should get the slides, and you get the workbook, and there's a gift inside of there as well. We also don't get what we want. We get what we're wired for. Imposter syndrome is an identity friction. What does that mean? What does that mean? Imposter syndrome is not a feeling. We think it's a feeling because we're used to being emotional feeling creatures. But it's actually it's a signal. And it's a signal between where you want to be and where you are. Right? And that's called a gap. Right? And you're pretending when you show up in business to be here, but you really internally know you're here. You guys following what I'm putting down? And the bigger that gap is, what do you think the more you feel? Yeah. And then we say stupid things, and this is stupid, right? And I'm not being mean to anybody, but it's a stupid thing we say. I'm waiting to be perfect to start. Why? Because we think we should be here when in reality we're here. And how do you go from here to here? How do you go from here to here? What do you have to do? What do you have to do? What else? Somebody said practice. What else? Get better at your skill set. What else? There's 40 people in the room. It's awfully quiet. I just got started. Just warming up here. Haven't even moved my magic hands yet. Oh, somebody said just do it. You got to do it, y'all. Your CRM, it don't mean shit. Let me tell you, your CRM don't mean shit. We got a CRM that's broken. We make sales every day. It's not about accountability, right? It's about doing it. But Vic, doing it's hard. Oh, I know. So let me ask you this question. What systems do you have in place on your calendar right now so that when it gets hard, what systems are in your calendar? Who here has prospecting in their calendar? Who here has 2 time blocks for prospecting in their calendar? Who here has a system that no matter what happens, if I don't have an appointment for the day or I don't book an appointment for the day, I'm going to work until I get one as a system? Who here allows excuses of, I'm working on one deal, and that deal, right? That deal is so important that I have to give up my entire life for. One deal, y'all, 20 hours, maybe 40 hours. And if it's taking 2 months to close it, what's 40 hours divided by 8 weeks, somebody? 5 hours? 5 hours. So you're essentially saying 5 hours a week is what you need to. Now I get it. It comes in spurts. I get it. I've sold real estate. It comes in spurts. You guys notice I'm not joking around right now, because this is your life. This is your money. This isn't funny. Your identity to me is not a joke. You might laugh about it, but laughing is just masking pain. So when we feel imposter, it's because we think we should be here, but we're actually here. And the way to bridge it is it's a stepstone, right? There's stairs up to the top of the mountain. Like Dom lives in Maui, right? He ain't going to North Shore and surfing a 40-foot wave on day one. That'd be stupid. Why do you all think that you can go surf a 40-foot real estate transaction on day one? I don't know. But the more you believe in that, the harder it is to actually do the work you need to do. And success sucks because it takes work. So what's your identity? Now, discipline, again, some of you guys said I need to be disciplined, and I'm going to break your little hearts right now because I'm a jerk. How many of you guys have started out the year with discipline in mind and you didn't do it? Come on, raise your hands. I'm going to make this year my best year ever. Who said that? And we're in now the middle of July, and it's not your best year ever. This chat is on fuego today, which is good because if we don't accept where we're at, we can never get to where we want to go. But remember, discipline fails. Motivation fails. Your design is what wins, right? Like Boeing had a couple of bad years of design, and what happened? Doors fell off of planes. They had every good intention to not kill people, but they killed people. Doors fell off of planes. Shit broke. Why? Because they had a bad design. They showed up, they worked, they did all the things they were supposed to do, but the design was bad. Now, look around your environment. Everybody stop, look around your environment. Is your environment set up for success or is it set up for failure? Look around. If you were to show me a 360 view of your room, would you be embarrassed right now? Is it cluttered? Is there crap everywhere? Is that why you guys have blurry backgrounds? Because you're embarrassed about all the shit everywhere? Are there projects all over the house, all over your office, all over your desk that have supposed to have been cleaned up, but they haven't? Is that causing you to, right? Because a cluttered space, right? A cluttered space means what? A cluttered mind. Do you have dirty dishes in your sink that talk to you, ladies? Are there dirty dishes in your sink that are talking to you that if we went and cleaned up and spent 15 minutes, right? You know what I did when I used to go into my office when I was a brand new agent? Thanks. I would clean the dishes in the sink. In our old office, right, wasn't my dishes. We had staff. It was the brokerage office. I'd go clean the dishes. Why? Because the old owner of our company, before he passed away, used to clean the dishes. Somebody told me that story, and I went and I cleaned the dishes. There was dishes in the morning when I got coffee, I'd clean them because I was the first one in. It was a design. And in my culture, it's called seva. Seva means doing things for other people without anybody noticing. The front desk lady would come in. She'd be like, oh, all the dishes are clean. Nobody else is in the office. It wasn't discipline. It was a design. Why? Because somebody said that's what this guy did, and this guy's super successful. The way people talked about him was the greatest human being in the world. I want people to talk about me like that too. So what did I do? I followed his design. So what did I do? I put it in my calendar. If there's dishes in the sink, you clean them up. After a few months of seeing that, after a few months of doing it, what do you think happened? It just became part of my daily routine. So when I saw a misplaced environment, now my house is a different story, but at the office, when I saw an environment that I didn't like, that didn't feel good to me, what did I do? I cleaned it up. Now, when I go to the grocery store here and I see a sign knocked over, what do you think I do? I pick it up. Why? Because you rise to the way that you build yourself. My identity is that I leave the world better than I found it. Right? We don't need more of it in the world. We need to do it ourselves. We need to be the people that are so conscious, right? Because sales is about consciousness. Have we not talked about that? Yes or yes inside of the live, right? When you're listening, do you guys actually miss 80% of what the prospect's saying? Yes or yes? Why? Because we're not conscious to our surroundings. And so do you see how all of this locks into itself? When you become a better person, it's weird, sales become easier. Why? Because you notice certain things. So I'll tell you, your guys' discipline is going to fail you. Your environment, if it's failing you, what do you need to do right now? Probably don't need to clean your environment right now, but do you think you need to schedule it? Do you think you should schedule cleaning up your environment and making it more conducive to the person who you want to be? Because, like, could you imagine if you walked into a billionaire's office and it just looked like shit? What would you think? Like, it's one thing to have files on your desk that you need to get through. It's another thing to just have things everywhere. Well, I just work better like that. Have you ever tried to work clean? I'm telling you, your environment, the people you surround yourself with will make a huge difference in life. No. I'm not going to allow this around me. Sorry, Elizabeth. I'm not going to say somebody interrupts you. What happens? We allow people to interrupt us. What happens? We allow people to interrupt us. If somebody shows up while you guys are supposed to be prospecting and you allow them to interrupt you, whose fault is it? Don't blame other people for your lack of design. It's a bad design. If people interrupt you and you allow it, you have a bad design. Fix your design and then the interruptions stop. Who you are, who you show up at, and who you sell as are all connected, right? Misalignment, stress, avoidance, burnout. Alignment, flow, confidence, energy. If right now you are misaligned with what you say and what you do you see how that really affects how you show up on a day-to-day basis? We can learn all the tricks of the trade, we can learn all the psychology, but if you still feel misaligned inside, you're going to avoid the activities. Who here has call reluctance? Who here has call reluctance? If you're a client of mine and you still have call reluctance, I'm sending somebody to your house with a hammer. Take a hammer to your left hand, put the phone in your right hand, and the minute that phone goes down, I'm going to slam the hammer on the desk, wake you back up. You're in alignment. What are you here to do? What are you here to do? When you talk to a prospect, what are you here doing? What are you here doing when you talk to a prospect? You're serving them, right? We serve people. And when we serve people, what happens? We have less of that avoidance because we're all here to serve. Every person on this earth was put here to serve the greater humanity. And the more we remember that, the more we're in flow. So here's the identity formula. Okay? Here's the identity formula. Your thoughts turn into emotions. Your emotions turn into actions. Your actions turn into identities. Your identities turn into reality. Your reality becomes your personality. So, whose thoughts here every day is that I love talking to people? Who has those thoughts? I know Markowitz does because he does it. He lives by that. He is in full alignment. Markowitz is in full alignment. He has no problem picking up the phone and talking to people. Sometimes he sends me weird text messages at 3:00 in the morning on Instagram, drunk. No problem talking to people. He's always trying to improve himself. I mean, I'm like, I'm just not answering this, Markowitz. I'm not quite sure. I will send you to somebody else. He has no problem talking to people.
Succeeded either way, so it's all right.
I don't even, please don't continue publicly. This is on a recorded line with families around. This isn't mind stuff. This is cause and effect, right? What you repeatedly think about, you repeatedly feel, you emote, it then becomes your behavior then becomes your identity, and then your identity locks in the result. Wealthy people become more wealthy because they have more wealthy thoughts. Poor people become more because they have more poor thoughts. Your brain will find what you give it. So what thought loop are you currently stuck in that's feeding your identity that you've outgrown, but you're still holding on to it? Think about it. Take a second. What is the thought loop? Because that's all thoughts are. They're a loop. We keep looping them. What are the thought loops that are things that no longer serve you, but you're holding on to them and they're staying, right? Some of us are holding on things from our childhood still. Some of us are holding on to things from our childhood, right? That one teacher said something, that one girl, that one boy said something, that one person said something, our sister said something, our brother, our mom, our dad, our uncle, right? And we're holding on to things from 25 years ago when our emotional maturity was that of a cracker. Now we're these grown adults doing these amazing things, and we're still thinking in that linear process because we haven't let go of it, because we haven't been conscious to our thoughts. So when you pick up your phone and you're about to talk to somebody, what are your thoughts? Oh, these people are going to be, oh, they're not going to pick up the phone. Oh, they're going to blow me off. Oh, they're going to ghost me. Oh, I have to prospect. Well, think about the energy you're putting out to the world when you have those thoughts. And then when it becomes your personal reality and it becomes your personality, what happens the next time you have to do it? I have a fundamental belief everybody loves me. And if they don't, they're just stupid. That's my belief. You can make up your own beliefs. I have a belief everywhere I go, people love me. I'm the star of the show. It's my belief. It's been like that for 25, 30 years. I have a belief that every time I get on the phone, it's going to be a great conversation. I have a belief that every time I get on a sales call, I'm going to change a life. I have a belief that every presentation leads to a positive outcome. What are your beliefs? I have a belief that I will always become better today. I have a belief that even if I slip, I will become better because of that slip. I have a belief that I get stronger every moment of every day. What are your beliefs? Look at that. Deborah, you walk around with silver everywhere you go. You got a mouthful of money, woman. Holy smokes. Rambo, you better go get some gold in that mouth, bro. Everywhere you go, Deborah, you just walking around with gold, silver and money in your mouth. Oh my gosh, like how lucky are you? Everything that comes out of your mouth is full of money, just lined with silver. Everything you say has got a silver lining on it. Change your beliefs, change your thoughts. Your life starts to change. So where are you finding yourself saying the same pattern and getting the same result, but asking God for a new outcome? But it's right there. It's just in you. Internal misalignment, right? We've been talking about it. The deeper reason behind avoidance, burnout, right, is that you can't outperform your self-concept. The reason you don't follow up, the reason you don't call people is not because you don't know how. You guys have the formula. It's super simple. It's a trust-based opener. It's asking a surface level question, then probing and clarifying to go deeper. It's all the overarching goal is. It's a surface level question that you then probe or clarify 3 to 4 times to get the deeper meaning. Hey, how long has that been going on for? What's the impact? Tell me more about the ramifications if nothing changes. Are you willing to keep settling for that if you didn't have to? Now you have a transitionary statement called the game plan frame. It's 9 sentences, maybe 7. I don't know. I can't keep track. I change my mind every 48 hours. The 9 sentence transition then goes into booking the appointment. Y'all have memorized your favorite stupid song by some idiot artist that doesn't give you shit, but you refuse to memorize the game plan frame because it's too hard. Why? Because you don't believe you're the type of person who memorizes a framework. Because I'm not a person who likes scripts. Really? So you're the type of person who likes to wing it. Well, no. Well, that's what you're telling me you do because you can't memorize 9 lines. Literally, it should take you less than a day. The game plan frame literally can be memorized over dinner. And if you barbecue like I do, where it takes 14 hours to smoke a brisket, you could probably memorize all 3 presentations in like a 14-hour brisket smoke out. But I'm the type of person, right? Because you probably burn your face off too. That was not the brisket. That was the pork belly. That was the pork belly, not the brisket. You stop it over there. I'm going to stop posting my life on fucking Instagram. You guys use it against me to talk shit. You make the decision of what you say about yourself. I'm the type of person that does whatever it takes to have the best outcome for my prospect. Oh, interesting. If you have that belief, what do you think your actions could be? Just asking. Just asking. High achievers don't always fight harder. They reduce the friction that they carry by stop pretending. Anybody ever heard of this weird dude named Tony Robbins? Looks like a refrigerator, spits when he talks, like 19 feet tall. Like allegedly he's got a tumor that's just excreting more growth hormone than a horse gets into him. Here's what he says. Teeth bigger than my hands. Like, holy cow, his teeth are like that big. Here's what he says. People do whatever it takes to remain consistent to who they believe they are. The strongest force in human behavior is your identity. I would take a picture of that. So your systems reflect your self-worth. Your habits reflect your standards. Your calendar reflects your identity. Like anybody looking at Dom right now, like Dom, flex one of your arms for us. Okay, not both of them. Okay, fine. Flex both of them. Okay. So big they just broke the screen. Oh, Lord. Stupid cameras. Somebody go tell Cody to fix his camera. So if your identity is that you are a fit human being, what is on your calendar? Put in the chat. Dom, put in the chat. What do you do to stay so fit? All fitness. Do you guys see the difference in his language? Do you guys see the difference in it? All fitness. All day, every day, I think about what? Fitness. Do you see the difference in language? Y'all can make excuses. He lives in Hawaii. So there's only fit people in Hawaii, Dom. Just want you to know that. There's only fit people in Hawaii. There's everywhere else in the world, everybody's got type 7 diabetes and 3 different diseases. Your thoughts become your what? The weather's good there, so that's why he's fit. Trust me, I know lots of unfit people in Hawaii. Dom, do you know any unfit people in Hawaii? I'll just call you guys out on your shit. You know, this is what you guys are here for, right? This is what you're here for. I'm just going to call you out. We all have to do it. We all need somebody to call us out because we become these bubbles of limiting beliefs. And then if we have a bunch of limiting beliefs and we stack them, we have a limited life. And then we always wonder why other people have what we have, what they have and why we don't. Because we have a life that's limited, right? A person who's willing to do whatever it takes to be successful, what is their calendar? All success. I do whatever it takes. I'm not going to do 2 hours of prospecting. I'm going to do 14 hours. I'm going to go do 10 open houses. I'm going to go 4 hours of door knocking. I'm going to door knock until I'm my nose is burning. My face is red. Why? Because that's what it takes. The 2 most powerful words when it comes to identity is I am. The word you put after I am are your thoughts, your beliefs, and everything else. So who are you? Write down who you are. I am what right now? I am what right now? I am what? I am becoming what? I am who? I am becoming who right now? Because if your I am statement is weak, what do you think your lifestyle is? What do you think your work habits are? What do you think your goal achieving abilities are? What do you think happens when it gets hard and you have a pain in your shoulder, but you set a goal and you're like, oh man, my shoulder hurts. It's so easy to sleep in. Oh, I got hurt. It's so easy to avoid the gym. Why? Because you're not all in. You're not all in. So who are you? I am what? I am becoming who? I am working on what? Because all the tricks in the world don't matter if you don't do anything with them. All the gyms in the world, there's so many gyms in the world that sit empty. Why? It's the same people that show up every day. Why? I am what? Rambo's a murderer. That's good to know. Just everybody be careful when you're around him. You know, he's gonna take you out back and hang you. Your routines and surroundings are either built. Your routine and surroundings are either building the new you or reinforcing your old you. I don't believe anybody's lazy. I believe people are under-supported. At least the people on this group. Now, I believe there are lazy people in the world, but I don't believe you guys are those people. So how do we build an environment that beats anything? 1, I'd write these down. Look at your bedroom, your closet, and your bathroom. Look at your bedroom, your closet, and your bathroom. When you look at your closet, is it overflowing with so much stuff that you can't even see anything? Or have you put space in there so that it's easy to manage? Because if there's a lot of clutter, that takes up a lot of brain power. Is your bathroom sink? Well, Vic, I don't have a big sink. I have a small sink. Okay, you can live with your excuses or you can live with what you want. Right? Of course, the person from Germany is going to be like, I have nothing on my sink. There's not even one button on there. It's like, you know, I don't even have a cup holder in the Mercedes. Color coordinated, but too full. Right? So the way you wake up in the morning, Is it pleasing to the senses or is it overwhelming? Right? Consciousness. If we're always trying to get better, we always maximize your kitchen. Because most of us wake up, we go to the bathroom, we then go to the kitchen, right? Get some water, get a coffee, depending on who you are, right? If you're healthy, if you're a person that's all health, is the first thing you drink a big 24-ounce jug of water, or is the first thing you drink 3 hours later, a high octane aluminum can full of God knows what that's called an energy drink? Because all the energy you need is in here with a little bit of salt, a little bit of electrolytes, right? If you're a person that's always getting healthier, always getting better, what does your desk have on it? Does your desk have a script on it? Does your desk have the headset on it? Does your backpack always have a headset in it? Are you always ready to take a call? Because when you're ready to take calls, somehow miraculously we get calls. Right? What does your environment say about you? If you had to show your environment to 5 people that you didn't know, would you be excited or embarrassed? Would you be rushing to clean up before they got there, or is it always ready to go? You'll never convince your husband. You have to manipulate him. You got to use the Triz method, baby. Ladies, you'll never convince a man. He might do it to get you off his back, but you'll never convince a man, just like a man will never convince you. But if he manipulates you, you can get him to do the things that are better for him if they actually are better for him. Just saying. I want you guys to and audit your environments. Is your CRM completely horrible and disgusting? Is your calendar the same way? Is your workspace the same way? Are your daily rituals the same way? Right? Do we have cadence of accountability in our life? I don't want yeses. I want you guys to actually put time to audit. I want you guys to look at your life and actually ask yourself questions about it. Why do I do what I do? Why do I do it this way? Why have we done it this way for so long? Why do I put my toothpaste in this cup over here versus putting it over there? Like, ask yourself these questions. Well, it's because my mom did it that way, but is that the best, most efficient way? Or is that just how you always did it? So many of us live our lives on autopilot, and then we wonder why our business doesn't grow. It's because we've also put that on autopilot. I'll tell you, businesses don't like to be on autopilot. Our CRM right now, just so you guys know, we started out with the CRM project that was going to be 10 grand. It ballooned into a $30,000 project. That started from our CRM that went into marketing, into sales, into this, into that. And now we have this insane project on our hands that started out because our CRM wasn't working the way we wanted it to work. Because we audited why our performance wasn't where we wanted it to be. Why? Because we have a mission to help every realtor change how they communicate and stop spending money on leads. So we started looking at things and we found broken things, and one thing led to another thing, and now we have a 4-month project on our hand. That's insane. But when it's done, it's going to be awesome. And it's going to go into the CRM, into the calendar, into our setup, into our Miro boards, all of it. Your system reflects your self-worth. Your systems reflect your self-worth. When Cody and I looked at the project, we're like, yeah, our company is worth the investment to fix these tasks. Our company is worth it to invest in. Cody wanted to go hire Taki Moore. He's a coach of coaches. Pay $4,800 a month. So, okay, cool. Do you think that's going to help you become a better human? I do. Awesome. Let's go. That was our conversation. Should we start in black belt? Maybe. But let's start in boardroom and see how that works out first. Okay. It was a 30-second conversation. Why? Because I know Cody's worth it. I know our company's worth it. I know our clients are worth it. You guys know you're worth it, which is why you're here investing. A lot of us have a standard issue. What are our minimum standards? Right? What are your minimum standards? If you have a CRM issue, it's a standards issue. What are you willing to accept on a day-to-day life? You don't have to go in and clean up 10,000 contacts, but could you clean up 30? Could you clean up 20? Yeah. Can you start to clean up little things in your life everywhere you go? Yes. And when you start to clean up little things in your life, what are you telling yourself? I am worth a higher quality life. Radhi, you have to set those, right? I just think about this. Do you have low standards, like low talk and high standard talk? I forgot to follow up. Or you could say, I close my loops daily. You could say, I don't use a CRM. Or you could say, my CRM is my daily rhythm. You could say, I am reactive in my days. Or you could say, I time block for execution. Oh, well, people come in and they ruin my day. That's reacting to the day, right? How many of you guys here say somebody comes in and interrupts you? No, you allowed the interruption. Why? Because you didn't have time blocks. You're reactive. Your whole life is reacting. You can have the hustling vibe, right? Or you can have the calm, power, clean metrics, right? I do what I'm supposed to do vibes. I can tell you when my friends are working, you can't interrupt them. Like when Cody's working and he sits right next to me, I don't go into his office. Why? Because I know that when that door closes, that is do not mess with me time. When that door is open, I look over and I'm scared of Cody. Cody might be small, but he's mighty. I look over and I'm like, hey. And he doesn't look back. I'm like, hey. He's like, what? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, nothing. Even though on his calendar it's empty. I'm like, nothing. He's like, I can talk for a few minutes. Oh, okay. Come over like a little kid. But when that door's shut, I don't even look over there. Why? Because I know that that is a time block and he's executing and you don't disturb him. Why? Because that's a standard he set. Right? He said, hey, bro, when my door's closed, don't interrupt me. I did it twice. I learned after the second time, never do it again. Same thing in my office. If I'm on my headset, I have trained everybody to leave me alone. So they'll come in, they'll give me water, they'll bring my coffee, whatever, but they don't talk to me. Why? Because that is a standard. People can't interrupt you unless you let them. So one of the guys I follow, Josh Lyons, high performers aren't more talented. They just have fewer escape hatches. Kim, I'm going to tell Cody you said that. You deal with his wrath now. Passing the buck along. Think about that. High perform. Anybody here know somebody in your market that isn't very smart, but they do a ton of business more than like most people, and you just wonder how? Fewer escape hatches. It's almost a gift not being that smart. Ask their bank accounts. I want you to identify your morning rituals. I want you to identify where you are doing a 1% upgrade. I want you to make sure you're using your sales tracker. For God's sake, like, it's not that hard. Stop fucking making excuses. It's so hard. It's easy. You put in how many calls you made in the day, how many people picked up, how many of those turned into a 90-second conversation, How many of those turned into an appointment, and how many of those appointments showed up? It's 6 numbers. Like, it's not that hard. Like, I just don't understand how it's so hard. So I'm going to invite you right now. List 3 daily habits you want for your future self. List 3 daily habits you want for your future self right now. You can share them in the chat. 3 daily habits for your future self. Oh, somebody had time blocking, then they deleted it. They weren't fully committed to the time blocking. They're like, yeah, that's a big commitment. Let's start smaller. It's okay. I saw time blocking and it disappeared. I would ask you not to time block your whole day, but to time block a few things. Income producing activity time, right? Something for your health, something to learn and implement. If you do that before noon every day, I'm telling you, you guys are going to change your lives. You will change your life if you do that before lunch every day. Oh, hi, Allie. Everybody say hi to Allie. If you guys want the slides, I'll redrop the link in a second. Who are you coming by showing up to Treza? What are your new standards? How will I design a more supportive environment to support your new standards? What needs to be removed? What needs to be added? If we don't think about this stuff, it doesn't just happen, y'all. I promise you, it doesn't just happen. Yeah, I'll buy a coffee and I'll donate the rest to kids here in Columbia. I have great charities, friends that run great charities. By all means, you guys can send me the money, or we could send up a scholarship fund for people on tough times in Treza. That's what we could do. You guys give me $100. I'm gonna buy a coffee. The coffees are $3, so not like 40. Not gonna waste $18 of yours. And then we'll take 50%. We'll donate it to a charity here in Columbia, and then we'll take the other 50%. We'll put it into a scholarship to help other people that need help. I'm down with that. Not going to keep the money. That wouldn't be right. Money is a tool. The more you use the tool, the better your results are. What are your standards? Right? What are your new standards? Are there people you need to remove from your environment? I bet you do. I bet you guys have some people that no longer support where you're going, and you should let them go. Love them on the way in, love them on the way out, but let them go. Don't hold on to things that you don't need to hold on to. We've all had friends that are no longer friends of ours. Yes or yes? I'm not repeating that out loud, Matt. I'm not repeating that out loud. We all have friends that we've let go of. We've all had family members we've let go of. Maybe it's a season that you let go of something so that you can grow. Now take a picture of this. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe. You get what you deserve. You get what you designed. Design accordingly. All right. You don't get what you want in life. Trust you me, you don't. I want a Bugatti and a hot Colombian girlfriend. And I have neither one of those right now, and I live in Colombia. You get what your life is designed for. So if you want those things, you design accordingly so that you can have them. Take a picture of this. Design your life accordingly. Trust me, I'm not looking, Camila. I just walked down the street. I'm not looking. I'm just walking down. I'm going to spin class. I'm not looking. I'm trying to look at the dude in front. But you look to the right, you look to the left. You can't not look. I'm not looking. I'm just saying I'm not looking. I'm just saying I'm not looking. I'm just trying to walk. I'm just trying to walk like a horse, blinders on. Just saying. Just saying. Why not a Bugatti? That's the question I'd ask you. Why not? Because if I have a Bugatti, that means I have every other sports car in the world alongside of it. Because when you buy a Bugatti, you have to financially qualify. You guys know when you ask the question why, it's judgmental. Why a Bugatti? What makes you want a Bugatti? Because you're putting in your personal beliefs, right? You're putting in your personal beliefs on top of somebody else's goals. We should never do that. As humans, we should support other people's goals because that's what makes the world so enriched, is that we're all allowed to have our own goals. And so if somebody says, I want to buy a bright pink Cadillac, what makes you want a bright pink Cadillac? I sell Mary Kay and I'm a top producer. I sell Mary Kay and I know that all the top producers get a pink Cadillac. So I want a pink Cadillac because that means I made it to the top. Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm right there with, why a pink Cadillac? Oh, pink, that's such a nice, right? You guys, we want to be open to letting people talk to us. And when we learn to let more people talk to us, when we learn to let more people in, we're changing our design. Our design is shifting where we allow people to talk to us. I believe that people tell me more stuff than they tell their spouses. A girl that I met at, somewhere came over like just randomly, like I know of her, and just randomly we bumped into each other because I randomly showed up late. Oh, you're good, bro. This is why we do this, because it's about us experiencing together, because everybody does it. I do it too. Somehow or the other, we connected. She came over on 4th of July. I had a barbecue with some people, and she shared with me that she'd been abused as a child by somebody she cared so deeply from. And she'd blocked it out for 20 years. And she finally figured it out, why she had blocked out, and her family was having so much drug and alcohol and relationship problems. Just random coincidence, right? No coincidences. Then I saw that person again randomly on Monday. Not random, no coincidences. And the next thing you know, they told me, oh my God, I told that person everything. Now I know this person has a lot more to deal with, and I did not encourage her to do anything that she wasn't comfortable with. I just sat there and I listened. She says, I don't know why I'm telling you this. I said, you'd be shocked at how many people say that to me. Why? I have a fundamental belief that people can talk to me. I am easy to share things with. Why? Because I just don't judge people. I mean, I judge people all the time, but not in that particular situation. Trust me, I'm very judgmental. We all are. If you think you're not judgmental, you're judging that statement right now. What are your fundamental beliefs? What are your design? How are you designing your life? How are you designing your business? How are you designing your environments? Anybody want to share anything? Any questions? Anybody want a quick intervention? All right, y'all. If no hands go up, I appreciate y'all being here. Radhi, anytime you say you do something, you don't do it, you can go ahead and just send me $100, and I will send you the receipt as we donate it off to charities. I appreciate y'all for being here. Do me a favor, for those of you guys who are clients, post on the school page. Go post on the school page a takeaway. And oh, this guy's yelling at the taxi guy. Ooh, are they gonna fight? Some people are so wound up tight, y'all. So crazy. Taxi guy made a mistake. Now they're fighting and screaming at each other. Taxi guy's just chill and calm. So funny. So funny watching humans. I'll see you guys, I don't know, next week, tomorrow. I have no idea. Whenever my calendar tells me to show up. Have a great day. Cheers.
No, we got it. We worked, so we wanted to